This is an interesting game for three reasons. Firstly, I play the bishop's opening, and it's the best defence I've seen to the bishop's opening ever. This guy's rated 1042. The first move I haven't seen before is that, and he's doing that to stop me advancing my knight there later, so that's pretty advanced. Yeah, so that, just to summarise, there's three reasons. The first reason is it's the best opening to bishop's, best defence to bishop's opening I've seen, so I'm going to have to see how to play it better. The second thing is an example where it's okay to sacrifice a rook for, a knight and a pawn or something in better position. That's what I do in this game, and it helps me win the game. Rooks, not necessarily that powerful in the end game if you've got better pieces and you're more advanced. And the third thing you'll see later in the game is he castles, but I get my queen into the game and king into the game. And this is one of the key tips I've identified for playing better players, is the way you win the game is by getting your king involved earlier in the end game, and that's critical. Right, this is the next move. So I haven't seen this opening before, and this is a really good move. As this game develops now, I'll play it for a bit. You'll see that it kind of forces me to end up doubling some of my pawns. So, so first of all, you can see it's happening here. Going to double my pawns up, and also he's going to do the same here and double these pawns up, which is obviously not ideal. But what it does give me is a really strong central pawn structure. So that was a good move to advance my pawn there. That doesn't really do anything. So in the end, I decided at this point I want it to happen. I thought, let's get on with it. He castles, you see, and while he's castling, so he's castled, so his king is well out of the game. But I've got a gap here now. My king can get in the game. So in the end, I was like quite happy for that to happen. I thought I've kind of, I've got a lot of pawns in the centre I can advance, and I can get my king in the game, and I quite fancy my position here. So let's play a few more moves, see what happens. That's just a trade. Right, getting my king in the game. Really useful, really important piece. Right, this is it. So the rook sacrifice. So he's done that. I could have battled defensively, put my rooks. He's going to take that pawn next. That's one pawn down. I could. You can't really save that pawn. This is the problem with double pawns. I think this piece would cause havoc jumping around all over the place. So I wanted to just take it out of the game. And I figure, well, I'll win the pawn and probably this pawn as well for it. So it's worth it. So I take it. He takes. King's even more in the game. You see how important it is to have your king in the middle of the board. It's not a problem in the end game. And then advance these pawns. I've got his pawns now separated there. He thinks he wants to exchange rooks, so he's left with the only rook. I'm happy with that. I fancy it now. His king's in a difficult position. He's trying to open it up, but at least I've separated his pawns. And now it's endgame. I'm going to win from here. I'll stop it from here, but the king and the advanced pawn and the bishop win against the rook. So rooks are useful, but they're not. I'd rather have an advanced pawn and the bishop. He made a little mistake there. It doesn't really matter. Eventually I figured out to get my bishop there, and then I can queen, rook, take it, and you're going to win the game from here. So yeah, interesting game.